from India.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Sheikh, I have OCD with Salat, and I have OCD in the recitation of Suratul Fatiha and the takbir, whether I said it or not. The most of the prayers I pray, I perform sujood as-saw. So how, and also on the number of sajdas I give. So how can I be cured, Sheikh? Jazakallahu khairan.
Wajazakum. Akhi, the issue of OCD is greatly dependent on you. Allah Azza wa Jal says in the Quran, "Inna kayda ash-shaytani kana da'ifa." The plotting of Satan is weak. So Allah Azza wa Jal is telling us that. Allah is telling us in the end of Surah Ibrahim that when the people of hellfire, may Allah protect you and me from being among them, when they come to Satan and they complain and blame him for being in hell, he says to them, and he gives this khutbah in hellfire, he says, Allah has promised you and fulfilled his promise, while I promised you and failed you, betrayed you. I had no power over you except to call you, and you responded. So don't blame me, rather blame yourselves. I'm not going to help you, and you're not going to help me. All what he had over them is to call them, and they responded. The same thing happens to you, oh brother, with the OCD. Shaitan calls you. Now you have a choice of two. Either to draw the line and say, enough is enough. I'm not going to answer you. Whatever intrusive thoughts I'm getting, I know, after identifying that this is not an angel giving me good advice, this is Satan trying to corrupt my iman, my prayer, and my life. So you draw the line and say, I'm not going to respond to you, and move on. You find compelling force telling you, what if it's right? You have to put your foot and say, it's not right. I know what he's doing. He's my enemy. He could never give me a sound advice. And you have to stop this. Number two, there is no prostration of sahu for any mistake you make in recitation. So if you make a mistake in Fatiha or in a surah, you repeat that, you correct that or not, there is no sujood sahu for that. Number three, and finally, if you every single salat doubt the number of rak'ahs you performed or the number of sajdas, ask yourself this, am I a Muslim? The answer is yes. How long have I been doing this, meaning praying? Maybe 15, 20, 30 years, Allah knows, depending on your age. In this case, this is all from shaitan. What to do? Ignore these doubts. Yes, Sheikh, but I don't know whether I prayed 3 or 4, whether this is my first sujood or the second sujood. Akhi, act upon your gut feeling. You will always have a gut feeling. Act upon it and move on, and don't offer sujood as-sahu, and Allah knows better. Namira from Oman, I think.
I wanted to know, like, suppose if I'm praying and I feel like I have recited properly, but if I go into, if I do suppose sujood, and then I get this thoughts that what if I did not pronounce that properly? So should I just disregard this, or should I do prostration of forgetfulness?
Do you get this feeling often or once in a blue moon?
Often.
Now, the rule is, Satan is looking for customers. He's looking for people to join him in hellfire for eternity. How does he do this? Those who are negligent and ignorant, he doesn't do whispering to them. He just opens venues of haram, nightclubs, partying, going to bars, earning haram money. They don't care about halal and haram food. So he opens venues of haram until they leave the fold of Islam, like the vast majority of Muslims. Those like you and me, who are striving to please Allah, who are meticulous when it comes to prayers and halal and haram food, they read the ingredients, they're very keen on making proper wudu and cleaning themselves after answering the call of nature. What to do with these? Overthink and exaggerate. So he comes to you and makes life impossible to the extent that you end up practicing something that is not related to Islam. Ask yourself, is Islam a religion of peace and ease, or is it a religion of hardship and difficulty? The first is the logical answer. It's a religion of peace and ease. So why am I practicing this? Did the Prophet ﷺ suffer like I'm suffering? Did the companions suffer like I'm suffering? No. This means that you're not more knowledgeable, nor you're more righteous than them. Open your eyes and know how shaitan is messing up with you. What to do? The only course of action you can take at the moment is to ignore the whispers of shaitan. Totally ignore it. How? By not paying any attention. How? By acting on your gut feeling. So you're in your sujood. When you recited the Fatiha and the Surah, you had no doubts, none whatsoever, that you did a good job. Why is it coming to me now in sujood? Not when I was reciting it. Shaitan wants to confuse me. What to do? Ignore. Should I prostrate for forgetfulness? No. Totally ignore. Act upon your gut feeling and move on, and your prayer is totally valid.